The human form will serve as the basic model. Bioflight uses the color code system for axes and planes which correspond geometrically to the vestibular system located in the inner ear. The vestibular system is a sensory organ that provides the brain with information about position and movement in three-dimensional space. These are the terms, labels, and colors used in the bioflight system. The first axis we will examine is blue, which goes through the top and the bottom of the body. The next axis is yellow, which goes through the front and the back. The last axis is red. This one goes through the left and the right. In bioflight, all movement is considered a transformation. There are two basic kinds of transformations. The first one is translational motion, and the second one is rotational motion. We begin with translations. Translational motion is the movement of an object from one point in space to another. On the blue axis, you can translate topward and bottomward. On the yellow axis, you can translate forward and backward. And on the red axis, you can translate rightward or leftward. The direction of travel will be identified by the surface that leads the linear movement on any given axis. For instance, if the top leads on the blue axis, the translation is topward on blue. If the bottom leads on the blue axis, the translation is bottomward on blue. If the front leads on the yellow axis, the translation is forward on yellow. If the back leads on the yellow axis, the translation is backward on yellow. If the left leads on the red axis, the translation is leftward on red. If the right leads on the red axis, the translation is rightward on red. The next type of movement is called rotational motion. Rotation occurs when a body or object spins or turns about its own center of gravity or around another object. The point of rotation is referred to as an axis. There are three axes, and the angular distance traveled is measured in degrees. On the blue axis, you can rotate rightward and leftward. On the yellow axis, you can rotate rightward and leftward. And on the red axis, you can rotate forward and backward. The direction of rotation is determined by surface displacement. In order to standardize the terminology, we have chosen off and front as the key surfaces that lead the movement to determine the direction of rotation. For instance, the key surface for blue rotations is the front. If the front displaces the left on the blue axis, it is a blue rotation left. If the front displaces the right on the blue axis, it is a blue rotation right. The key surface for yellow rotations is the top. If the top displaces the left on the yellow axis, it is a yellow rotation left. If the top displaces the right on the yellow axis, it is a yellow rotation right. The key surface for red rotations is also the top. So if the top displaces the front on the red axis, it is a red rotation forward. Conversely, if the top displaces the back on the red axis, it is a red rotation backward. These are the basic translations and rotations. They can be combined to form any and all possible movements. It is important to remember to use the body as the main frame of reference, since the top and bottom, front and back, and left and right are always constant. As an example, the rotational direction of these skydivers appear to be the same. However, they are rotating in opposite directions. Freestyle maneuvers can be complex and very fast. By utilizing the bioflight system, you can learn these as well as other advanced skills.